The marshy islands of the lagoon were natural barriers that kept the city safe. The land was soft and surrounded by water, making it hard for anyone to invade. This was very important because the people needed a place that was safe from wars. Can you imagine how it felt to find such a secure place?
It's fascinating how these islands were nearly impossible to take over. Being hidden in a swamp helped protect the early Venetians from invaders. With armies unable to cross the water easily, the location was perfect for people running from trouble. The first settlers chose Venice because of this safety. They saw these islands as a safe haven where they could start anew and escape fighting lands.
After settling on the islands, the early Venetians had to overcome many challenges. At first, they built simple homes from wood using the local resources, but living conditions were difficult because of the swampy land. The houses were fragile, and the water would often rise, making life very hard. Yet these settlers were determined. Many of them were fishermen who already knew the area well. Their knowledge of the land and sea was vital for survival.
That's true. The presence of these fishermen was not just about catching fish. They knew how to navigate the water safely and found ways to make the land usable. A key innovation was driving wooden piles into the ground to create stable structures. Each building needed many piles to be secure, and this required lots of wood and much work. This method showed how people used smart solutions to build their new home amidst the mud.
Indeed, these piles made it possible to build stronger homes and eventually more important buildings. But the work wasn't easy. Everyone in the community had to work together. They cut trees from distant lands and transported the wood back to Venice. The labor was shared among all people, no matter their status, because building the city was important for survival and future growth.
Absolutely. This shared effort was about more than survival. It was about creating a city stronger than the swamp. People didn't only contribute their muscle, but also their ideas and skills. The collective spirit was crucial for overcoming challenges. This early teamwork in building Venice laid the groundwork for the strong community that would continue to develop. These efforts turned challenges into opportunities for growth, helping to transform Venice into a unique and lasting city.
When Venice first started, it was tough because they had no land to farm. You see, the people there needed to eat and grow food, but they couldn't because everything was just water and swamps. They had to find new ways to get by. That's why they turned to the sea. They became very good at sailing and trading. With no farmland, seafaring and trade were crucial for them. It was their main way to survive and thrive.
Indeed, seafaring turned out to be a smart move for Venice. As they grew better at making and using ships, they found themselves in a very special spot. The city was right in the middle of key trade routes. This meant they could trade with many countries easily. Venice began to prosper because it was a perfect place for trade. Its unique position helped it become a central hub for exchanging goods all over the region.
After the challenges they faced with farming or sea travel, another kind of trouble arrived for Venice in the 7th century. This was the threat from the Lombards in northern Italy. Their invasion worried everyone living there, but Venice couldn't fight alone. They needed help and found allies in the Eastern Roman Empire, the closest power who could help them. Maintaining this connection was crucial for protection during those times.
During this difficult period, there was also a change in how people governed Venice. The Tribuni Majoris Council, which helped manage the city, became quite important. It helped keep Venice running without depending too much on outside forces. This council played a big role in making sure Venice stayed separate and kept its independence. These political shifts were really important in helping the city secure its autonomy while staying safe from outside threats.
All right, in our journey so far, we've seen Venice dealing with threats and forming alliances. Now, it's time to talk about the Doges. Have you ever wondered who really led Venice? The Doge is like Venice's main leader. But it's not just a title, it's a position full of responsibility. The Doge had to manage the city and make important decisions. Imagine having to please everyone while keeping the city safe and strong.
Yes, and the first choice of a doge was a significant move for Venice. These first doges were not military generals, but they were elected officials guiding Venice. Paolo Lucio Anafesto is often recorded as one of the earliest doges, though there's debate about whether he or someone like Ursus held the title first. Regardless, they both played vital roles. They had to navigate the political landscape and deal with challenges from outside and within the city.
Having a doge provided a central figure to handle conflicts and unite Venice. It was especially important because factions formed within the city's leadership. These internal battles required a strong leader. The doges had to look out for threats like the Lombards and Slavs, creating unity in defense. A unified defense helped Venice stay organized and protected its independence. They were essential in striking a balance between different interests within the city.
Absolutely. When Ursus became Doge, Venice also began expanding its naval strength. Even though there were tensions with the Eastern Roman Empire, especially over issues like the iconoclast movement, Ursus managed to keep the peace while bolstering Venice's defenses. The Doges had to work hard to maintain autonomy and protect the city from threats. Ursus played his part by improving Venice's naval capabilities, showing a different side to the role of a Doge that extended beyond political maneuvering.
After all that we have discovered, let's delve into how Venice handled its relationship with the Byzantine Empire. There was a lot of tension due to the iconoclast controversy, which was a major issue for the Eastern Roman Empire at the time. The Byzantines wanted Venice to follow their policy on the use of religious images. This created a rift between them, as Venice wanted to maintain its customs. How do you think this affected their ties with the Byzantines?
The tension was definitely there, but it also brought about some changes. Ursus, the Doge at the time, knew he had to keep Venice's interests in mind while dealing with Byzantine demands. Instead of only opposing them, Ursus focused on strengthening the city's military capabilities. This was crucial, especially when considering the threat from the Lombards. Venice needed a strong defense, and Ursus managed to improve their naval strength during this period.
The improvements in military strength were pivotal for Venice. With a fortified navy, Venice was able to make some strategic decisions. Ursus decided to help the Byzantines against the Lombards by sending a powerful fleet. This move not only helped curb the Lombard threat, but also eased some of the tension with the Byzantines. It showed that despite disagreements, Venice could still be a reliable ally when it mattered most.
Right, and because of this cooperation, Venice and the Byzantine Empire managed to defeat the Lombards in key battles. The alliance turned out to be beneficial, as both sides needed to keep the Lombard force at bay. Even though the bond with Byzantium was weakening, such actions kept the connection alive, but growing weaker over time. Venice continued to establish itself, slowly stepping away from Byzantine control. The story of Venice's beginning is still important today. It shows how challenges can build a strong legacy. So, as we end this chapter, think about the stories of the past that inspire us. If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to like and share it with others. Also, subscribe to hear more stories about history and human experience. We appreciate your support and can't wait to bring you more fascinating tales.